Can I get a picture of the boat? Let me pan over here.
I was gonna say.
Don't we have a dolly?
Hey, thanks.
Is she done looking in here? I'll put that on top.
But I mean, you can't really dig too far down in there.
Yeah, but you can dig. You can make a little cone. You can still take 2 gallons home.
All right, they got you fixed up.
Well, they just gave me this, and I wrapped myself.
When you hit Shreveport, just take 20 into Texas. Some big truck stop not too far. Yeah, yeah.
This is the room that we saw earlier that had the bed and just totally full, about halfway up. Totally clean now. Stripped out all the sheetrock and flooring and pulled all the nails out of the wall. This room was full of furniture and all kinds of stuff that was soaked. Got everything stripped off to the ceilings all over the whole house. It's just now 3 o'clock. We even got in and did the back room that we looked at earlier that was full of stuff.
My daughter's cake and we didn't drink.
And this is the view out the front door. These piles weren't there when we started this morning. This pile was small. got it all the way down to the end of the block. This pile in the neighbor's front driveway wasn't here when we started. All of that came out of the house. The owner and her daughter and sister and the daughter's husband were all here helping all day long. They said they were going to come to church with us tomorrow. They're all Catholic.
Hey, y'all getting ready?
Gail? What are you opening up, Josh?
Pound cake.
You actually eat the pound cake and stuff at home? Now, I'm kind of scared to eat the stuff that actually comes in it.
This package from our end today, broken in the trunk. This one's good. Back. Thank you. I want you to try it.
Okay.
Well, okay. I mean, try it
Okay,
first
no.
before you say no.
Alright.
Still in his package, so we're taking my butt sweat. You don't want to try it first? Well, I didn't want to eat on the same spoon. I mean, clean mouth. Okay.
Spice pound cake.
You getting all this on tape, John?
Yeah,
Conversation and all?
yeah.
Cool.
You want to narrate for me, Bill?
You guys eat good.
Well, we're in Slidell, Louisiana is all I know.
There's a down transformer. Can't see it here. Ooh. Dozer. Traco. This is probably good.
Like tree went right across that.
What was that lady's story?
That was really good.
I'm not sure.
Well, what do we do?
Yeah. I answered that. I was like, yeah.
Oh no, but I think we're supposed to go down here and turn.
Waterproof doorways. That would prevent flood. And maybe break windows. You see, use guys.
Yeah.
Your clothes, buddy.
Snowballs. Man, we gotta get snow cone. There's two things you have to get. Snow cone.
And Cajun food.
Cajun food.
Easy money, payday long. That's why I don't have no payday.
Is there a lot of those in there?
Will they let me have any?
Guys, let the air out. So we're happy.
Oh, that was Josh last night making all that noise.
I got it.
Everybody acts
Are you doing a movie? Everybody's free.
Okay, I think I got your picture in the zoomed in the sign. Let's see if I can get all of you. Power at the bottom and then shoot from here.
Wait a minute.
Take another one.
One
Okay.
more when you get through there.
All right.
With that one.
Bill, I guess we didn't work you hard enough today.
That sun was hot.
You know you got that ladder down on the door.
All right, we ready?
On the door,
Let's see if I can get the sign in here.
Steps up going up.
Here, get your cell phone out and I'll call you and tell you. That's why all those cars have
Let me take another one to be sure. I'm gonna back up. Is the little inset in there just what the picture is, or the whole view?
Do the power again. Press the power. Turn it off.
Okay. Come up with a little rectangle inside. Am I supposed to keep you all inside that rectangle?
I don't see how they can sit
Okay, I don't think I got the sign and you from that. You need to get back a little bit farther. Okay, everybody ready? All right, you've been recorded. Wait a minute, I got one more. Got one more.
I got an idea for Bill's. The camera phone? I got an idea for Bill's.
Somebody's.
Scott, you want in on this one?
I'm calling Bill to
Somebody's,
tell him I disagree.
He doesn't have his phone on him.
I'm gonna leave a message so he's got to answer it.
Yeah, I thought it was the little square.
Yep, it's on. It should be.
Okay.
Let me see.
Is that Bill? Everybody get your cell phones out
You
for
set
Bill.
it up, and I'll just punch the button.
I'm taking a picture.
It's on now.
All right.
It's on the picture. All you got to see is looking right here.
All right, get you in the picture and then press.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Press that other button. That one right there.
I bet this lady right next to the church is cell phone tower.
Okay.
Let's go eat. Hey, Scott, I'll race you up there.
Thank y'all for all the work you do.
Thank you. Who's that here?
Yeah, thanks.
It didn't work enough to take him real Bill. Well, they got the switch. The switch is all right. Did they walk up?
Yeah. Just me and me. pool looks kind of nasty.
Huh?
That swimming pool looks kind of nasty.
I would imagine.
Look at that, they saved you a parking place.
Yeah.
Buddy, your step's not coming out. You're not going in. Your step's not going in.
Oh, it must be off this system. I got a choice of that.
Give me my hat, will you, man? Which one? The A&M hat?
I get my
It
stuff.
shouldn't be too hard to figure out which hat's mine in here.
Yeah, you did.
Half of my mother-in-law sent to myself.
You're on.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Okay, this is a view from the front of the carport. Looks like it knocked down the Martin house. And section of it down. Good morning, ladies.
Please. I'm not at my best.
Good
Lady.
morning.
Hi, lady.
Hi, Uncle John.
You're always at your best, aren't you?
Yes, sir. I'm eating my banana. That's my favorite thing.
Okay, this is a view from the front of the carport. Looks like it knocked down the Martin house, and of course you can see all the wires still down here. Branches in the front yard. Not too much damage here in the front yard. Left this little live oak tree. There's some of the tin from the carport, but we did get some damage here. This corner of the front porch was peeled all the way back, and John Paul was able to get up there and flop it back down, but it's going to have to be replaced because that's damage there. The wind picked it up and peeled it back. And also you can see the fence over here on both sides of the shed were knocked down completely. Okay, now we're looking at the front corner of the house over towards the neighbors, and I'm just going to pan around here. You see they had a big tree came down on their house. There the fence is gone on both sides of the shed, and you can just see how wide open it is in the backyard. All of that used to be trees back there, and it's all cleared out now except for just a few trees that survived. And coming around the front you can get a view of what it looks like. You can see the neighbor over here. He got a big tree down on his trailer. That pretty much smashed that thing. Alright, I'm standing back by the shed looking straight at the neighbor's house. You can see this tree could have really just crushed the whole house, but it just fell right in the one area where it missed their house and their shed mostly. Did a little bit of damage to the house, but it could have been a lot worse. You can see the fences down here, fruit trees knocked down. One of them survived, and you can just see pretty much all the trees in the backyard are stripped down. You see the fence down there, and the boat didn't get smashed, but the fence was knocked down there as well. It's pretty tore up here. Alright, I'm standing right in the middle of the backyard now, looking at the house. And I'm just going to pan around here. You can see the huge oak tree that they had in their backyard, the red oak, got knocked down along with all the other trees. This is what I'm going to be working on cleaning up today. I'll just pan around. You can see pretty much everything's gone. Got a lot of cleaning up to do. Alright, I'm at the back corner of the property now, where the garden is, and I'm looking towards the house here, and I'm just going to pan around over towards the other back property line. There's still this one big pine tree standing, and that's pretty much it. Alright, I'm at the back corner of the property now, looking towards the house. You can see there's a few of these little sweet gums and whatnot survived. There's the big oak tree that came down. Then looking back over towards, that's where the garden is. See that one big pine tree that survived over there in the garden. And then coming along the back fence line. And this is the back corner of the property. And you can see I'm on top of a couple big sweet gums here that have been knocked down, broken off. It's going to be a job cutting these babies up. Here we are at Dorothy Howe's house. She's a widow lady whose husband was a pastor for many years, and she doesn't have any kids, and she's got a lot of trees down in her yard. The Southern Baptist men came and got the tree off her house and cleared her driveway. But as you can see, she's got a big mess. Her backyard's about as bad. And so we're going to try and help her out today, clear out some of these trees and drag them to the ditch. You can see a neighbor, they got a bunch of trees down on their house, and the whole street's pretty much like that. So we're going to try and give her a hand out today and get some of this cleaned up for her. Second. Let's let this tractor get by. All right.
It is so wonderful what these men are doing for the Lord and for me, and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart.
And tell us who you are.
I'm Kenny Webster, and I live at 2725 Lincoln Street in Vidor. And when I first came home, I could not even see my house. And now I can see it. And the inside of my house is perfect.
Oh, good.
It's not damaged, and I thank the Lord for men like this.
Oh, great. And now you got most of your yard back anyway. We got it.
I understand they have a contract, if you can get it to the street, that they'll come and pick it up.
Yeah, and I think we got most of it out to the ditch where they'll get it.
There is some limbs on the house if y'all have a ladder
Okay.
that I would love to have on.
All right.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Good meeting you.
You're on our prayer list, and I pray for y'all.
Okay, this is the after shot. Totally cleaned up her yard, front and back. Filled up the ditches with branches. Now we're going to go across the street over here. This guy let us use his 2 tractors, which saved us about 6 or 7 hours of time. He's got a tree on the back of his house, so let's go over there and see if we can get that off. Here we are at the back of the guy's house who's let us use the tractors. What you got, Bill?
Give me sure.
Good. Did you give one to the widow lady?
I'm going down there now with it.
Good. Bill's giving the "You Can Be Sure" tract out to everybody that we work with, which is a great idea. We're going to see if we can't help this guy out getting this tree off of his house a little bit, at least get some of the weight off of it. See what we can do. It's got a nice little fish pond here of some sort. Here's the after picture. Got all of the tree down, roof's clean, ready to go. All right, we finished up 3 houses today. See what else we can find to do. That one didn't take too long. This is Uncle Tommy's house. He's got a tree down on his corner and an electrical box pulled off. And I'm not sure what else is wrong. But Mom and Dad are going to come over and we're going to visit a little bit. See what we can do. Okay, this is the back of Uncle Tommy's house, and there's the meter. They ripped it all right off the house. Pulled it right out of there.
That blue house over there is where Van's parents lived 52 years ago when Van and I got married, and we got married in that house. Brother Dickey, Eugene Dickey, Baptist preacher, married us. And then the Fontenot's live right next to them, and Darlene married Tommy Fontenot. But we lived with the Williams for about 6 months, and one night my bedroom was right next to their kitchen. There was just a driveway there, and I heard the biggest commotion, and a man had broke into their house and stole his dad. They had the bathtub on the legs, you know, at that time.
Uh-huh.
And his dad always put his pants with his billfold under that. And but all I could see was Ms. Fontenot, Mr. Fontenot, and Tommy, and they were just talking, you know. I thought they were fighting. And anyway, they stole his pants, his khaki pants with the wallet out from under the bathtub.
Oh no.
And Mr. Williams worked midnights, and he had just got off work, and he was sitting on the front porch in his shorts, and a man run right in front of him, but they didn't know that. You know? So anyway, that's memories of that. Then Darlene and Tommy lived the 4th house. You can't see it, 1, 2, the 3rd house, or the 4th house down there. Yeah, the 4th house.
Right behind all those trees?
Yeah, right behind all that trees. That's where they raised Susan. And after Mrs. Fontenot got sick, well, they moved in this house and they sold theirs down there.
Wow.
And he still owns his property over here, and that big boat over there is his, that big fishing boat. But he still owns that property.
Oh, Tommy does?
Tommy does. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then this, and you can see it. That boat, he goes out saltwater fishing in it.
And that tin building back there was a produce stand?
Yeah, they had a produce place. Mm-hmm. But they tore, their house is gone that the Fontenots lived in when Van and I got married.
Yeah.
They had wanted, I asked her the other day why they didn't continue with the business, and you know, the sons and grandson, I mean not the son-in-law, but the younger generation didn't want it, so.
Oh.
They said they thought it would make a good living for all of them, but
yeah.
they chose not to do it.
Huh.
I remember when they built this house, it was after Ben and I got married.
Oh.
The Fontenots moved to Nederland, and then they come back and built this house.
All right, we pulled the big pine tree out of the house. Got one more little part of it to do here, and we'll be done. Pretty much smashed the one back bedroom. There's the folks that we did it for. Okay, here's the after picture after we've been working all weekend on this. We see we took all the fence down, cut off a limb there, and did a lot of cutting in the backyard here, mostly getting branches down. You can see where the stumps are. We piled up a bunch of things to be burned, and left the logs. Hopefully a pulpwooder's going to come in and get it. But there's still a few more branches to clean up in the backyard. Got the dog pen fixed. Didn't do anything with this big tree. I'll have to come down and do that next weekend. But we got the whole yard raked and cleaned, at least most of the way back. Stacked up a little bit of firewood, so it looks a lot better. Got branches piled on both sides of the road here. Got the whole front yard raked up, pretty much. A few little branches out there yet. Limbs piled all over here. Here's the house that we pulled a tree off of.
Do you know that? Those laws went into effect, they went into effect,
Well, we almost made it home, but we had a little disaster with our disaster relief team. We lost a solenoid here. So Brent came out, took Bill to the auto parts store, and we'll be back on the road soon, but we made it back to Marshall, so we're almost here. Of our trip. Are you a professional woodcutter now?
Nowhere near. Tell the truth, you and Bill couldn't stop fighting.
That was Bill. He wouldn't leave me alone.
They're beating each other up on the floor.
Okay, here we are in Vidor, Texas. Trip number 2. David's got his track hoe here and it is moving the lumber. This is a 92-year-old widow's house. She's staying in a nursing home right now because she can't get into her house. And as soon as we get it cleaned up, hopefully she'll be able to come back home and move back where she belongs. So the front and backyard pretty much covered with trees. We're getting them out on the road here. We're also going to work on this house here across the street. It's got a tree down on it and got kind of a mess in the front yard. So we're going to help these people out here. We got Tony Reese working and David Blackburn. And back there in the woods we've got Ronnie Miracle and John Childers working. So we've got a good crew working here this time. Okay, here we are at the Charles McNeely house. He's got about 40 big trees like this down in his yard, plus he's got a lot of trees with just limbs knocked out of him. He wants us to cut some of these down. So we're going to work on this and see what we can do. Get him cleaned up. And take us through the rest of the day. Here's the backyard. You can see there's a lot of trees way back there. Okay, you see this huge pine tree right here? It was laying right down through the middle of this trailer, and the guys pulled it out. And then this trailer, we pulled a huge pine tree off the front of it, and then they did another house too. I guess it was the next one down. So this is Saturday morning, and these guys are going with it.
What do I say?
Just tell them what they did for you.
We had that big pine tree over there all the way across the front of our